everyone. It is Sarah here on behalf of the Ottawa Public Library to make some art with you today. As an employee of a library, you can probably figure that I like books. I like all kinds of books. I like long books and short books and big books and silly books. But one of my favorite kinds of books would have to be a pop-up book. This is a book that we carry in French. We used to have it in English as well, and some of the other branches do. But as you can see, the pages genuinely come alive. And today, I want to show you how to mimic this wild and beautiful art for yourselves at home. So we're going to open up to this page. And this page is really cool because it shows a really interesting form of pop-up art called the dissolve. Whoa! So using this kind of pop-up style, we can make the ghost appear and disappear. I have already made one. It took a few tries, but what I've learned, I'm going to share with you today. See, we can take it. Whoa! Go back. Oh my goodness. It's dark now. It's light. It's dark. It's light. In order to make this project, what you're going to need is some tape. For this project, it's nice to have see-through tape. The thinner, the better. I have an X-Acto knife. Remember, anytime you're using one of these, you don't want to hurt yourself. So make sure that, first of all, you have adult permission to do so. Second of all, that you're not leaving this around somewhere that's close to a younger human of your life. You don't want any kiddos getting a hold of this. This is danger. Next, you're also going to need a pencil. For this project, I really liked working with a mechanical pencil because it has a lot of measuring, and I find that the mechanical pencil helps you be a little more precise. And of course, you're going to need a ruler because this beautiful piece of paper pop-up art was designed by a paper engineer. So this requires some math. You can see here that I have a corkboard. Now I had this on the wall of my room and I thought, hey, I need to make sure that I'm protecting my surface while I'm using my X-Acto knife. Alternatively, what you could do is you could take a piece of cardboard, cut it out, spread it flat, and use that as your protective barrier between your blade and your surface that you're working on. You're also going to need two kind of more stiff pieces of paper. You can get this at the dollar store, or maybe even you can reuse like an old card. Yeah, just something that's got a little bit more sturdiness to it, not a super flimsy piece of paper. It's easier to work with that way. Then I have a more flimsy piece of paper for the end, for the cover. I've already cut out my square, but just so you can remember what it looked like before. And then finally, I found this beautiful collection of patterns. It's a gift wrapping book, and I picked two sheets that I liked. This nice golden light one, and then just for contrast, this darker kind of romantic pattern. And I'm going to cut out a square from each of them so that we can have our dissolving image. If you don't feel like working with a piece of paper, or if you just feel like you like to make your own patterns, please do, please do, please do. So take some time and draw some images because you can dissolve from one image to the other in whatever way you'd like. Now it's time for me to show you how to measure. Let's go. I have already completed my math, but I'm going to walk you through it so that you guys can catch up. So you're going to need a moving piece and you're going to need a base piece. I'll show you a little bit about how it works. So our moving piece slides into our base piece. The moving piece also has this sort of handle part. Cool, eh? So In order to make that happen for yourselves, what you're going to do is you're going to measure along with me. So coming from the side, it's going to be 6.5 centimeters. Next, after you have that 6.5 centimeters measured across, you're going to make sure that it's 4 centimeters tall. And that's your first little box. Down here, you're going to go up with 2 centimeters, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters, then that 4 centimeters, another 1.5, 1, 1, and 2. Across the bottom, you're going to divide it as follows. 1 centimeter, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. And then this is just an extra 1 centimeter at the end. So that's going to take some time to measure that out. But once you do, you're going to see that you have created sort of these grids. You know, I have my lines there still. I've erased some of them, but most of them are still there. And then what you're going to do is make sure you don't put any marks in this first one for the 1, but starting at the first 1.5, up in the second one, you're going to draw a line across that box. And then from there, you're going to draw another line, corner to corner, across the next body, and then diagonal. And you're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Kind of creating almost like an S. So 5 S's there. Take a minute, take out your ruler, put on your patience, and let's do this. Once that moving piece is made, you can work on your base. Or you can work on your base first. No judgment here, however you want to order it. This one starts with 4 centimeters coming from the edge of the paper. Next, you're going to have 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of 1.5 centimeters. And then the last one is going to be 2.5 centimeters. Vertically, after that 4 centimeters, you're going to draw a line up. It's going to start with 2 centimeters, then 1, 1, 7, 1, 1, 2. So the length of this side in total is 15 centimeters. So that's not too bad. This one's a little bit trickier when it comes to the lines, because what you're going to do for both the bottom and the top is you're going to draw a line from the top corner of the second one up all the way down to the bottom corner from here to there. But when it comes down to cut, like all of your lines you're going to draw like that, because that's how we want to get the angle. Likewise up high as well. At the bottom, you're only going to be cutting on the first part. Once we have all of these measured out, I'm going to get a marker to really highlight where we're going to be cutting. So I'm going to cut the outline. I hope you noticed that we have these little lips that are going to stick in on our base. The one at the top comes in 1, 2, 3. So it comes in from the 1 centimeter and then 1.5s, and then it comes up and over. And the one on the bottom comes in 3 1.5s plus the 1. So they're not on top of one another. They're kind of asymmetrical. So these are all the spots that I'm going to cut with my X-Acto knife. So this is going to be covered by our picture later. As for the base, let's do the same thing. We're going to go over the outside of our shape. We are cutting the top here. You may ask, Sarah, Why are we gonna cut the top? How is it gonna work? Well, I'm gonna show you, but I'll also explain that we're gonna cut this part here because that is where our top little lip is gonna slide in. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape these back to the paper. So we're gonna do a little surgery. And remember, even though your line that you drew went across both of our 1 centimeter squares here, we're only gonna cut through the first one. We just needed to draw the line so we could get the full angle. Cool. And if you noticed, down here, this little darker box is also going to be all cut out because this is where our second lip from our moving piece, the one at the bottom, is going to slide into. It doesn't have to be too big, but it does have to be long enough. So please make sure that it is as long as 1, 2, 3, 4 of our 1.5 centimeter blocks. So omitting the first and the last. And please don't make it too thick. Just thin enough for our little tab of that lip. Okay, great. Let's go. Let's start by cutting out our moving piece. This is just take another minute again, compare your moving piece to mine, and make sure all the math adds up. Remember, we're starting with going over 6.5 centimeters, and then we're gonna go up 2 centimeters, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 1.5, 1, 1, and 2. Along the bottom, 1, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1. Yeah. Okay, and we're only cutting out what's in red. Really push down with your fingers onto your ruler so that it doesn't jostle while you're pushing. The base. Please do not cut all the way down to here. I know that we drew a line across both of these two 1 centimeter squares, but we're only cutting across the first. So we just got cut off because my lights ran out of battery, but I've had them charged up and we're back in the driver's seat. And we're just gonna continue fortifying our moving piece by putting our clear thin tape over the cut edge and folding it around so that it makes for a smoother transition while our pieces are sliding across each other. So now we're going to feed them through. All of these more fingery pieces are going to feed through our moving piece. This one can slide into the bottom, and this one here goes into that top, under that top area. Reseal just here. And remember not to put any here. I'm going to color these red so we know which one we're going to be taping on. So we want to tape those to this piece here. Do not get any tape on our moving piece. Don't put any here or any on this side. It is time to put our little cover on it. We're going to hold these kind of together, flip it over. So that's all for today, folks. I just wanted to say thank you again for hanging it out with me. I hope you made something beautiful today. Look at that. Wow. I can't stop being amazed by it. It's beautiful. You guys are beautiful too. Thank you. See you soon.